So my name is Andrew. I'm a rising senior at Lowell High School, and for my main project, I made self-tying shoes straight out of Back to the Future 2. So I decided to make this project for two reasons. One being, I thought it was really cool that you could just take something out of a movie and create it. And secondly, I wanted to see how you could implement software and hardware together, because before I'd only done the two separately. So, let's take a look at this thing. Let me show you guys how it works. So, I'm going to step down to the force sensor that reads when my foot is stuck in. When I step down, the shoe ties, and when I press on the back, it really ties. So, as you can see on the back, there's a bunch of electronics just stuck on the back. There are the motors on the side here, and they're the ones that actually pull the laces. I had a lot of trouble with these in the beginning because originally the ones that I got were just too small and they couldn't actually pull the laces. So I had to change it to these bigger ones, and I had to just adjust my project from there until the laces actually pulled. And there's a bunch of these wires here also that you can see. I had a lot of trouble with these as well because the tips kept breaking off, so I had to keep resoldering them on to this part right here. But none of these parts would be functional if it wasn't for this board right here. This is the Arduino, as many other students have mentioned before. And basically what it does is it tells the parts of my shoe what to do and when to do them. So it tells the motors how much to pull the laces and when to pull the laces, and it reads the force sensor to tell when my foot's stuck in, and when I press the back here, it reads that the laces should be untied. And that's just a few things that it does for my project. So BlueStamp has offered me an incredible 6 weeks of learning from me having to answer my own questions instead of just asking teachers for the answers directly, like what happens at school, or me learning how to solder, or learning how to use a hot glue gun, or using a drill, to of course me building this shoe. But however, this isn't really what I want to go into in the future, like what I did for these past 6 weeks. I'd rather go into more computer science and coding rather than electrical engineering or mechanical engineering, which is the majority of what I did for these past 6 weeks. And I think coding would be a better fit for me because I got the most excited when I was building this project when I had to write the code to upload to my Arduino to get the shoe working instead of like making the laces or like attaching the electronics on the back. So as I said earlier, I'm a rising senior, so of course I have college apps in my near future. I know there's going to be a lot of work that has to go into like pursuing computer science, to sharpening my coding skills, to learning new languages to program in. As for my BlueStamp experience, of course, shoes comes in pairs. So completing the pair would be something that I want to do, and after that, it's just showing off my shoes to my friends at school.
So you mentioned how your shoes they know how far to pull. Like, do they measure the distance or how tense it is or something?
Okay, so the motors on the side, they're continuous rotation servos. So what that means is that, if you can see here, these like T-looking things, they basically spin, and I connected the laces to the side, to one of the sides, so it basically just turns. So the max that it could turn is 180 degrees, which is like what I uploaded to the Arduino.
So it's just 180 degrees no matter what happens?
It's not necessarily 180 degrees. So how the Arduino code works is that the code that you upload for the servos, you upload a speed and you upload how long you want it to turn. So if you want it to turn like 180 degrees, you put a certain speed in a certain time.
So I guess I have a safety concern. Like, if your foot's too wide and you put it in and it keeps turning, would it cause permanent damage?
I mean, it's possible, yeah, that the laces just break off.
Yeah.
What do you see as a modification that would improve the design?
Well, of course, the back here is not very practical to wear in like public or anything. So some of you guys might know that Nike actually has like their own self-tying shoes called the Air Max, and those are actually like built after the Back to the Future 2 shoes, so they look like exactly the same. And basically, all this stuff is basically inside the shoe rather than like stuck on the back. So that's like, this is not something that I would wear in public.